All right, happy Friday, everybody. I don't think that this was the Friday we were expecting, to say the least. For those who follow the news, I guess, or who have a phone at this point, you are aware of what happened today. It is the Cloudflare, pretty much self-suicide DDoS. So I wanted to get together with people in the Discord. I will include a link to that in the chat if you would like to participate. To just kind of vet out everybody's opinions and thoughts on the matter. What up, bro? So today's really not going to be let's do what is up, Cora?
Yo, hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Better than Cloudflare.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't understand you the best. Oh yeah, you asked what I think about the thing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like it just makes sense to talk about and get everyone's opinions on what went down today. It was pretty interesting to wake up to.
Yeah, it took me a while to get into that thing to understand what is it and what's the company about. And once I got some knowledge about it, it was quite funny to listen to people that didn't even try to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, it literally was like a self DDoS misfire. And I know we were talking earlier about if it was a QA's fault. Droid had a good point. He says you're probably not gonna be able to pin it on one person. Like, this seems like a lot had to go wrong to get to where we are now.
Oh, for sure.
Which makes me curious, Nat. Is there any events in the past similar to this that are similar?
I want to say there's one or two. I know there was one that was so borderline like fire sale. That's when they brought it up. But what was it? It was something with BlackRock, and they had shit. I cannot remember the damn. There was a back end that got compromised. This was probably maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, right around the time with Wall Street bets.
Okay.
It was right around that time.
Yeah, the only thing I can think similar would be the Snowflake database leak.
Yeah, this is. I want to say this is before that. Hold on, let me check.
Even that though was that was a hack. It'll be interesting to see how like the breakdown of the event, what Cloudflare says was.
Well, there was also that compromise in that. Remember that big ransomware that went down? But that, I mean, that's
Bro, not gonna lie, I think CrowdStrike just accidentally broke the world record for ransoming them or like encrypting the most computers at once.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
And I'm
that was
looking at
in
my
theory
I'm
the
looking at my
biggest
Windows
ransomware
PC.
attack
I'm looking at
ever.
my Windows PC, and it's like pending update. I'm like, I choose
Bro,
life. Nah, I'm gonna leave it.
Do you use Cloudflare?
No, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's it's an enterprise solution, so not a lot of people outside of corporate America, or I guess corporate the world, were really impacted, but businesses just caught the worst of it.
Well, I'm wondering because it was a think of the day of the week, right? You got Friday, Thursday, Friday. Did that affect people's direct deposits?
oh,
Yeah,
You know, that's a big banking day. You know, there's a lot of things. You got payroll involved. You got my God, who knows what kind of reports are out there. You just got to think of like an end of day. Think of the end of day business aspect, end of week, end of day. It did. Those packets were not sent.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even consider that. Just the residual effect of this.
100% banking. You know, big time.
yeah, the entire like mining industry is shut down right now. I know airports are shut down. It's nuts where I am. I mean, I'm sure globally it's just I didn't realize that many. I guess, yeah. I didn't realize like that many people used Windows for or CrowdStrike. I didn't know
That's what I was too, because
CrowdStrike.
I thought a
That's
lot of those.
insane.
Yeah, I thought a lot of the infrastructure servers would have been running on Linux and not
Same.
Windows. I understand endpoint devices being majority Windows, but not the servers, like the actual where the services are hosted.
Or even like the kiosks in like McDonald's right now, like some of them are blue screened. I thought all of those were Linux, but apparently some of them have a Windows backend. It just depends on, I guess, which package you got. I don't know. That's wild to me. Like, why is a kiosk having a full-blown Windows operating system for just ordering McDonald's?
Yo, I was dying when someone posted that picture of the globe or whatever that
Oh
was.
yeah,
And I
the
was like,
Vegas
Yeah.
Globe.
yeah, that's savage.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's too funny. The memes today were firing off. There's like a Reddit chain, for
Hmm.
sysadmins, and it was just going crazy. It's like whoever did that takes the cake for worst fuck up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I get the gist of what pretty much happened. I didn't really delve into it because I had prior arrangements. I kind of have a side job, freelance job I'm working on right now, so I didn't have too much time to dig into it. But yeah, I'm pretty much joining this chat just to kind of see anybody did do any digging. Did anybody crawl around that rabbit hole and see what exactly it was? I know that it had to do with updates. I know it had to do with Windows. I knew somebody fucked up. That's about all I know.
Yeah, and only Windows, which was interesting too, because it was something to do with the BitLocker.
Man, Mac is going to use that as a marketing point. Watch.
I don't see the interesting part is I actually from just looking on Twitter, I don't think it was a bug in the code. I think what happened was is on like the client side, they didn't verify the hash before they updated it. So what happened was is when they were sending or compiling or doing whatever they did with the update, they didn't check to see if it wasn't corrupted. And it
And
was
then
corrupted, so then they just sent it anyways. And then yeah, that's
that
why
would
you
be what?
verify, yeah, you verify the hash
Right,
of the
async.
update. Yes. But they clearly didn't do that, and then it was just on auto update, and so it just installed a corrupted file, which is nuts. Because that seems to me like pretty avoidable.
I don't know. Considering from what I'm hearing, how big of a scenario this is, how big of a provider this is, how big of a noob it seems like a noob mistake to do. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if it was somebody disgruntled and got pissed off because they didn't get a raise. Said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm sending it. Full send. Click.
Yeah,
Never
or
know.
shit, dude, I don't know. It could be even something like,
Because there's protocols. I'm sure there's protocols. You got
oh,
senior
yeah.
advisors, junior advisors, people in play that have these positions to check, double check, triple check. Okay, upload it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
they didn't verify it.
Crazy.
It's a full send.
There have been a lot of those Cloudflare layoffs, so no, it's not
Yeah.
like that. It's not like that's totally out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Some
sucks.
insider threat just single-handedly DOSed all of the corporate world.
Dude, it is, I hate to say it, but we are kind of in an age, these past 4 or 5 years tend to be spawning more the age of entitlement. You get somebody all up in their feelings and they feel like they're all butthurt and anything's possible.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
That maybe they skipped a test, or I don't even know. Like what had to have gone wrong to do that? And it also
$83
just
billion
makes,
dollar company, and they
yeah,
don't have a full team, like,
literally.
Bro, they went IPO and then they went to the market. They got their own stock, bro. The hedge funds are not happy. They're not happy. Yeah, I watched that. I do. I watched that. But the amount of puts that were being sold and bought on that stock. Holy shit. That is like a swing. That's like trading fucking like dude, that swing on that was crazy. I mean, scalpers left and right.
And Sentinel just shot up all day. Sentinel's having a party right now.
What are you doing? Day trading CrowdStrike? Damn. Day
I saw
trading. Never
KitKat
cool.
posted on Twitter something about how that's why they use Linux for their infrastructure, and they laughed. I'm like, where did KitKat come? Why did they need to, like, they came out of nowhere with that one. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it speaks volumes to our global technical dependencies now. I think this is a good wake up call for everybody to realize we are so intertwined with technology at this point that it's more of a need than a want.
Oh, one good solar flare, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes if you survive it. But yeah, to wipe that up.
Even though this was a terrible situation, I do see the positive coming out of this being people, there's a lot more validity in the cybersecurity field. Like, people are going to start taking it more serious.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and they're gonna hate on it too.
Oh, for
Because,
sure.
yeah.
Was there any? Well, I wonder if there was any loss. Like I know there was loss of systems. I know there was a lot. Like, were there any any partitions, any clusters? Did anything get lost? Anything get damaged, corrupt? That's what I'm wondering. Because like, has there been any debt that's been wiped from this scenario?
Oh, true.
Any student loans been wiped? Who knows? I don't. Like I said, I'm only speculating. I'm big. I'll jump on a conspiracy right quick with a bag of popcorn. I'm all about that talk. But from what I'm gathering, yeah, you could think of this any which way. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what the end results. And even if I think they do find out what it is, I don't think they're going to tell us. I think they're going to take the scenario and they're going to, pillow talk us on what happened. I don't think they're going to. If it was a nefarious or disgruntled, and because that goes bad against the company, that'll still strike against the stock. That'll put them under
CrowdStrike.
review. There's federal review they would have to face on onboarding, all these fucking things that would take place if it was a disgruntled employee. You know what I mean? That's diminishing their credibility, even as a
Oh, for
hiring
sure.
manager. So there's so much that domino could fall so many different ways.
Well, I'm almost wondering if they can be like held accountable in some way or fashion. Not saying I think they should or shouldn't, but I'm just putting the question out there. Do you guys think they can be held accountable? Because there's
Yeah,
ERs that are like completely shut down right now.
It
Emergency
depends on
rooms.
their because cloud. Oh my god, I can't even talk. CrowdStrike operates on contract. So assuming they have some pretty kick-ass lawyers, they put in paper somewhere, probably in their SLA, service level agreement, with their customers to cover their asses in a God forbid scenario that should never happen that we just witnessed today.
Damn. Yeah, dude, I never thought about that, but you're probably right.
So there
yeah,
could
but
be like it could be like, oh, we guarantee you 99.99% uptime. And then after that they would be due for it. But I'm sure with how much money they're worth, their contracts are written so well to cover their asses on these types of scenarios. So they can't be financially liable. They'll still get hurt in other ways. Obviously, with all the press and media, it's not really helping them out. But it will be interesting to see if their customers are able to actually sue them.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I would
no,
at least get a settlement for the damages cost,
Yeah.
minimum.
You'll find settlements they'll be out of court, and they'll probably be over financial loss, loss of assets, loss of, that's where you're going to see, oh, I didn't get my full subscription, da da da, whatever, I didn't know. You'll see because of this if someone actually financially lost. That's where you're going to see lawsuits. What the fuck? This computer's just beeping like crazy.
I see Windows too, huh?
Oh, fuck Windows. I do Windows because when I write software, I have to make sure it runs on Windows through the WSL, and then I have to make sure it runs on Kali. So I need best of both worlds. And it's just easier to run Windows and have a virtual environment for Kali and Ubuntu than have Ubuntu run a virtual environment to Windows.
Right.
My opinion, just my opinion. So I flip flop.
Till shit pops off.
All right, Blunt, let's hear it. What's your thoughts?
They shouldn't have been chatting shit.
So,
They should have been chatting shit. That's right.
I mean, that's what happens when you run Windows servers.
Right. And the fix they uploaded, is it really fix or?
But you have to use a USB because you can't update over the air. So someone
Yeah.
has to update it with a USB, which that's gonna take a long time.
Well, it just has to be
It's a
in-house.
manual, yeah. It's a manual fix for one company alone has thousands of devices, and if you have
Yeah.
CrowdStrike, it's an antivirus software, so you're gonna put it on literally everything you have.
Or the like company like devices, like the employees' devices.
Yeah,
Damn, that would suck to have
literally
your
everything.
own device locked. Oh man, that sucks.
it's a lot of switches.
Yeah, because CrowdStrike integrates with BitLocker and Bitwarden, so there is like really weird edge cases where, assuming these companies didn't print out recovery keys on actual pieces of paper and stored them, they may not be able to recover if they use FDE on devices.
They took a screenshot and saved it on a folder.
Yeah,
On
now
the
they're trying to
computer that
find
is
it.
now locked.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So they would literally have to print out a physical piece of paper for
Yeah.
every recovery key for every single device and store that in a file cabinet somewhere. And today is the day that they actually had to use it.
Yeah,
Or it was in a backup on another Windows server.
I've
Which
done
is
that.
locked.
I've done that with my wallets, man. I'm like, I'll take a screenshot, throw it in my folder. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. So I just took all the screenshots, threw it in the thumb drive, and put it in my gun safe.
ZB, how was your day today?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
you
it was
gotta
awful.
tell us.
Or at least exciting.
It was horrible, absolutely horrible.
Sounds like a long day
I'm
at work.
sorry, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like a really long day.
Whatever, I'm over it. I need a beer.
The queue was completely full.
Jeez.
Crack one open, bro. And dude, shit.
What did you have to do? What was your like game plan with this?
Well, mostly all of them were dupes, so we had to mark them as the dupes. But still, it was like a bunch of work. Like every ticket took like five minutes to complete, and there was like 5 tickets more every minute. So the queue was non-stop growing. So you had to like mark them as a dupe and also investigate them to make sure none of them were like really true positive.
That sounds tedious.
Truly. And so,
Sounds
what's the
like working
fix?
for
They,
My bad, go ahead.
yeah. So, what's the fix they uploaded? Like, what's the steps to do it?
If I can, what I heard or what I researched is they have to every infected computer, not like infected, but every broken computer, they have to bring it to the office or to the administrator and fix it manually. You have to save boot and delete the file, but you cannot do it remotely. You have to do it manually.
Right.
Segment.
Because a normal user doesn't have the option to get to the save boot, or should not have the option to get to the save boot.
That's like
I mean, like in enterprise environment, in like in your home, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading up on that. It's quite funny.
One of the guys in the chat said the founder and leader was involved in a similar event in 2010 as the COT of McAfee. He ended up deleting boot.ini off of thousands of Windows XP machines.
John McAfee, that guy was a nut job, bro. Have you seen the story on him? Is his biography?
No.
Isn't he in this chat?
John McAfee, giant fucking cokehead, all about it, all about sluts and hookers and coke and fucking partying, hanging out in Abandoned Island. The dude was a fucking pimp. Excuse my language. He was
Wait,
a
Bernie,
pimp.
is that your profile picture? Isn't that John McAfee?
No,
It's a badass
that
dude.
man.
There is document on him on Netflix, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah. You watch it. That's just wild. He got clapped for a murder charge, wasn't it? I believe.
Yep, he did.
Right. Dude was just what a crazy story. It's about as annoying as this fucking software popping up every 30 minutes. Your trial has ended. Your trial has ended. So what? Go away. No, you cannot uninstall.
Yeah, now it's fucking Casper or whatever the fuck it is. me but free antivirus there. That's it.
I don't know, I rock out with Windows Defender. It seems to do just fine. You got to be an idiot going around like clicking a bunch of bullshit to really mess up your stuff.
Here in the UK, we say you gotta be a right wanker.
Or you call them a knob, right? Isn't that one of the other words? You're a
Exactly, yeah.
knob.
Bell end.
Gangal said he's glad that management will be aware of the importance of business continuity and the amount of time disaster recovery will take. Which
Yeah,
is
2 minutes.
true.
Mm.
But these
That is true.
companies have redundancy and backups. It's just this fix is manual per device. There's really not
Yeah, but
like
they
it's
just
such a
don't listen
one-off
to the
scenario to
IT
plan
guy.
for.
Well, you say that you can do it overnight, surely.
You cannot do the fixing remotely because the device, not every device. I saw some devices that were like partially stuck in the blue screen of death. They like booted up for a few minutes and then just like turned off. But some other devices are like completely stuck in the blue screen of death and just like non-stop restarting. So they are not connected to the internet. So you cannot do
You can't
do
go
it
to the
remotely.
device and then remote boot from the device. Complete kill switch. Like.
So crazy. Like I don't even know how
Every
you plan
device
for
you'd have.
this.
No, I don't, because every device you're telling me you'd have to go over a USB stick and plug it in and reboot Windows.
Yeah. Insane. That's why the recovery time is taking so long. Because it's not like, oh, they're just rolling out like a new update and you can just download it, install it. Like your computer is SOL without physical interaction.
Keep in mind, not only clients were affected, VMs and physical cloud. Yeah, fuck, yeah. Shit, yeah. Virtual machines, fucking, dude, imagine that.
Yeah, Azure Cloud right now is just taking
Jeez.
taking a dump.
Dude, imagine setting up all those virtual machines and not having cloud backups.
Also, just to say, just like Hunter said, there's like literally no workaround on this issue. Like you cannot counter it. Like it's bad idea to like split the company in 50% will use CrowdStrike and 50% will use something else. It's like not worth the money to do it this way.
Well, they should have stayed with Cisco.
Or just use Linux.
Yeah, there's the issue. Like not everybody is going to use the Linux, for example, like HR or people like this.
Yeah.
This HR are lazy.
That was it, Jack. That was the one I was thinking of. It was the Solar Winds. Remember that?
Yeah.
I've
It was
heard
in
that,
2020.
yeah.
It was in solar. It was the Solar Winds one, the supply chain attack. That was the one I'm thinking of.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, there are like technologies or like, you know, advancements in like the whatever it's called, eBPF or stuff, and that might help with this type of like EDR stuff, so it doesn't have to be on a kernel level.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
mean,
feel
the
like
issue is that it's
installing
the.
anything in a kernel level is just pretty dangerous. And then
Yeah.
it's kind of like a single point of failure, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, it's almost a glimpse into what could happen if like a cyber war were to happen. Because like with the amount of 0 days
Yes.
every three-letter agency has in their back pocket, imagine trying to reboot something on a BIOS or a BIOS.
You're fucked.
You're fucked. Like if it's a BIOS vulnerability, you're fucked. You gotta completely restore everything. But then I feel like it would almost be like I don't know. I've also heard like rumors of like actual APTs just using kernel level anti-cheat and EDRs and exploiting them to just have kernel level access.
With you.
And like it's basically in a cheat code to just get kernel level access is by using the anti-cheat or antivirus. It's insane.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but once it's in the memory, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this
Maybe
wasn't a hack. This wasn't a hack, right? This was just a.
We don't know. Legally, they have to disclose it because they
I-
are publicly traded, but I say that with air quotes.
Yeah, but they're a private company.
I
No, they're
somehow
publicly
kind
traded.
of I somehow believe the fact that they're not this wasn't a hack. It could be, but I'm just maybe a little bit optimistic.
so you're thinking negligence.
I'm thinking negligence because like just look at like if you go to Shodan and just scan like the United States per se, companies don't give a rat's ass to update anything. It's insane.
It's not United States. It's just the whole world.
Oh, for sure. But like, unless you're like a big enough company, cybersecurity is an afterthought, 100%.
Not even the big companies don't even care, to be honest.
Yeah.
It just depends on what they're doing.
But like I said, this might like solidify cybersecurity's place in today's society. You know,
It'll
like,
bring a lot more
hey,
awareness.
wake up, bros. You know, like cybersecurity isn't just like defacing a website. It's
No, exactly. It is
stopping
literally
our functioning
everything.
society. Yeah.
It's literally your light bulb to your fucking fridge, to your
Facts.
to your car, to everything. Like these people these days don't even realise that there's a SIM card in their car, and it tracks the whole car, records it, and then they go and sell their car with that SIM card in it. That's got your data in it. It's tracked that person from their whole fucking thing. It's got all the information from the car dealer, everything. You're not going to take that SIM card out? Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
My sister-in-law just sold her last car with a SIM card in it. I just told her. She didn't even think about it. Now she's trying to recall the SIM card out of the car.
I never thought about that either.
Reverse
it's only
engineering a car.
Dude, I'm already thinking about it because you can do it through Pirate. Already on it. Yeah, you can do it through Pirate.
You give Blunt a 10mm socket and a Honda, he'll go to town.
Yeah, you know that. You could be anything. You give
What do
me
you guys?
a USB
Oops, sorry.
cable and a 10mm socket, I'm fine. Go on.
Oh wait, and some weed for sure.
Yeah.
Got a little bit, but I get the fuel going. But I was gonna say, what are all of your guys' thought? Like I just said my opinion. I don't think it was, but I have a hunch it was negligence. But what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think it was negligence, or do you guys think it was both? Like, it could have been both.
It was an intern on his first day, pushed an update, accidentally deleted something, and then
I could see it being some type of supply chain attack.
100%, yeah.
I mean, Google was down yesterday. Coincidence?
What about you, ZB? Do you think this was like negligence or just, chance?
What I researched or like looked on Reddit, they what was it, April or something like that? They fired like most of the QA, so
Yeah.
Was
maybe
that
some
verified?
manager. I don't know. That's what I read. So, if it's true, yep, it might be true because some manager might have been like, "Yep, it's time to push it to prod and skip the quality assurance." So, don't know. I think someone fucked up majorly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I did something yesterday, and then after that, I come home and this shit happened, and I was like, fuck. What happened?
Crazy to wake up to. The internet was on fire.
I thought it was a ransomware attack. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, like right away. But then I was like, what the fuck? It's
Okay.
not?
Told you guys not to stay on Windows. All those Mac users like, haha.
Now Mac's gonna take over corporate infrastructure.
I doubt it. Do you imagine it?
Yeah, like the fact that they rolled it out and it just hit everybody. Like, where was the testing? Do they not roll it out? They have to roll it out on their own Windows machine, right? Like, how
Dude,
it
that's what I
literally
don't get.
affected every single device with CrowdStrike on it. And what?
Like,
Their
these Linux
one QA machine is just like invulnerable?
These Linux people could do testing, and there's like 4 of them. And these people have got like thousands of them, and they can't even push out a fucking test before
You,
it's even released.
you said it hit every system that had it on it?
I'm
Basically.
everything that
Why would they
used
do
it was
that?
like jump
Why is
cloud
the major
encryption.
why is a major test company like why wouldn't you don't they run simulations? Don't they have like hey, here's a room with a bunch of PCs, upload it to the server, run it, download, make sure everything works great before we deploy it? Don't they do protocol like that? Like that's just dumb.
Well, there's
Let's
no
see if it works.
QA. Yeah, so there's probably some manager that just came in and saw the blue screen of death. Was like, oh, that's a cool background. Let's launch it.
All right, who's fooling around? You look around. Everybody.
Yeah, look around and no one's there. They all got fired.
You're fucked finding this on Google.
Fucking Smurfs.
Oh, I did see that post about CrowdStrike. The Wall Street bets, how the guy's like, they are not worth $83 billion.
Oh boy, they need to go back to GameStop and AMC. That'd be nice.
I think CrowdStrike will recover. I don't think they're like this will definitely dampen them for the short term, but I think long term they'll still be around. I don't think this is gonna shut them down.
As long as you can prove it's an inside job.
Yeah, honestly, their best bet is just to point fingers at a single individual and be like, this guy was drinking on the job or something went down where he is solely responsible.
The janitor
I would
dropped.
hate to be the scapegoat. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It would be pretty crazy though, if it was an individual and then waking up this morning and being like, holy shit. Like, what did I just do?
I pushed that update.
Oh no!
Happy 19th of July.
So wild.
He's like, fuck, that was supposed to be 4th of July.
How much money do you think that guy made off of that? Off of his bets? Did it show what he put?
Depends. Did he have contracts?
Yeah,
In
in
the
185 put that
on
it
the
expires
bottom
in
of
November.
yeah, Yep, there is his position on bottom.
Wow, that's insane. He's fading at 50% almost. Jeez. Good for him.
Well, my debts haven't been wiped. Hey. They ain't doing nothing good yet, boys.
That's what Net was saying. Was I wonder if this is wiped out, anything like that.
As fuck.
Yeah. Who knows what this update was supposed to do? I mean, was it just a framework? Was it just extra definite? Was it more definitions? Was it like what was it? What was the payload? I have no idea. Just something was sent and it didn't work.
It can't be that steady. It's got to be something for a bigger picture, surely.
In terms of business considerations, moving forward, if you were the CEO of your company, what is the preventative measures for this?
I mean, as CEO, just trust your employees, and I don't know.
Well,
As
if you
CEO, you
if you
don't
had
understand this
say
stuff.
over this, like if you were CTO or CISO, like how do you look at this and see it go down, and then now the CEO is asking like, hey, this can't happen again.
But I'll be setting up all sorts of shit.
Did you see what the CEO said on the news? He was like, he couldn't talk.
Yeah, I don't blame
Oh,
him.
he's embarrassed. I mean, this is a big.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was stuttering.
Dude, I'll be
I don't even know
stuttering.
what I would say.
I'd be calling all the main security boys on site. The
I mean,
main...
what do you say? Y'all have fun?
Yeah.
Actually, what I would say, I would start off
Day
by
off.
saying we are hiring
Dude, literally. And
and
also,
we
I
need talent immediately.
like who are my trustees and like anyone know a good fucking VPN service? I
Or I
want to
would
know
say
my
before
pockets
we
full.
lose $83 billion
Peace, gang
of
golf.
stock,
Enjoyed
I'm
you
going
sticking
to use the
around.
remaining
Thank you, brother.
stock to
You have a good
hire
weekend.
people to fix the situation.
Oh yeah, and by the way,
And I'm stepping down.
does anyone need any new staff?
Welcome Gangolf_Obart.
You think I'm fucking sure? What's good? What I'm coming in? Yeah. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky to maneuver because now people are going to start saying, all right, what other technologies are so intertwined that if they don't start up, the computer doesn't start either?
Mm.
Like, I feel like when they got CrowdStrike, this wasn't a consideration. Like, this wasn't something anybody planned for. Like, and when you're coming up with a list of scenarios, how do you know how this would come up to cross your mind as a possibility? Just a bad update from a vendor you probably pay close to $1 million a year for?
Well, of course, this is nothing you can expect to happen. Like, you can expect some bad update, but that doesn't mean your um, PCs will crash and everything will fall. You can't just expect it and deal with it anyhow.
Yeah, which was interesting to see too that the companies that did crash, I'm not sure how CrowdStrike handles updates, if it grabs the update at boot, like if it can reach out itself and just self-update, because that's
Yeah,
why I was
it's
so confused on why all these companies went down at the same time and they're not following like a rolling process, like test the update in QA, give it a week, test it in staging, give it a week, test it in prod.
of course, like if it wasn't cybersecurity field, you wouldn't have need for auto update, but it is, and everything related to this had auto updates. Yes, it reached out for the update, and that's why everything at the same time fell.
Yeah, everybody's company. That's
Yeah.
so crazy. Auto updates are no good.
No.
Technically, yeah, but then you have some system administrators that just don't care and never update, and then your company has problems.
That's true.
Since imagine someone found some 0 day and you just didn't update in time. That's what you have auto update for. But still, just some error in the update shouldn't cause your system to crash.
Yeah.
Like I've read about it, but I didn't understand much of it.
Yeah, I do want to deep dive
Maybe,
more.
maybe if I send you the video, you'll understand more, but I have no clue.
I tried looking up technical details, or like specifics. Oh, CrowdStrike made a statement. CrowdStrike is actively working with customers impacted by a defect found in a single content update for Windows hosts. Mac and Linux are not impacted. This was not a cyber attack. All right. So they did come out and say it. Oh, they dropped this like 6 minutes ago. Holy shit.
They came out and said, okay, we fucked up.
Yeah. Which honestly is probably better in the grand scheme of
How?
things.
How did they do it? How did they fuck up?
Yeah, because that shows that their framework, like their end is still so was within. So that, it's still trustworthy as far as like being compromised. It's, it's a packet update that got fucked up.
We still have an intern.
I still think it's just insane that, like, ignoring all of the QA stuff, that just a like a patch could, and I mean, I guess if it lives in the kernel world and your kernel gets corrupted, I guess it makes sense, but I mean, I kind of agree with what someone else was saying, like auto updates aren't necessarily bad. I know the government, you don't have auto updates, but like in general, they're not that bad. Like security updates, but damn, like shit.
What's it like if you change the times to like 1970 or something? It can fuck your whole computer. So if you were to do that in data systems for the GPS systems, it would fuck the whole
I wonder if they're going to
GPS.
change their systems now to where it's like download and choose when to install. So when they download it, they call another company. Hey, is your shit working all right? All right, cool. And they'll install it.
Dude, that's how it usually goes though.
It's to do with console, even game consoles. Remember 360 when it first came out? I really was close to buying it, and it was like Red Ring of Death. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
First
That's
gen
why I like
bullshit.
YouTube.
Enough.
You get the game of reviews on everything. That's why it's so good this day and age. Game of review.
Okay, so I don't think auto updates are the customer's choice. It looks like CrowdStrike automatically rolls out updates to everybody on their behalf. It's not an option.
Yes.
Which would make sense, but they should still
Because
do.
like they're in in essence, their software is just like the good version of a rootkit. And so like in theory, they can just like send code over the air and update the system. But like you have no control over it because they do it to like because they have like their real-time stuff.
Yeah.
I know you see the effect of the like rootkit and stuff like that and the privacy stuff, but as like SOC engineer, that's weird calling myself this now, but it's really great. Like you see everything what the user does. So if something goes wrong and he downloads something he should not, like it really helps to find and isolate like what's going on.
No, I get like rootkits are good. All I'm saying is like if you program the rootkit, you better hope to God you programmed it right, because if it crashes, you're shit out of luck. Like I feel like it's very like it's a double-edged sword in
It's
a
one
way to
way.
just install
One.
anything
Yeah.
like that. I do think like there is a place for them, but I also think there should be like fault tolerance. So if anything were to happen, it doesn't crash the entire system. And that's just bad
No.
software. Like they just wrote it wrong. Like that's insane to me.
To me, if you're gonna do something like that, I mean, I'm not your expert, but you would have something like that, and then you would have a backup of that on a USB or something like that on a local server as well, so you could reboot it on a situation like this, and have someone trained to be able to do that,
Or like an immutable
right?
like copy of the system.
Yeah, like a
So like if you were
mixer
to
OS.
accidentally update a package that crashed the system, it wouldn't, you could just roll back.
Yeah. Have like a Nix OS.
I have theoretical question. I'm not sure if you talked about it, but what if like EDP is going to be like, for example, in cars and stuff like that? Like if this happens, like your car would be stuck in the middle of highway and stuff like that. Like
That
that's
can
not
happen.
good for the future.
Hopefully you don't roll out updates while you're driving then.
Yeah.
Well, only time will
Yeah,
tell.
and
Yeah.
the dude pushing the updates surely must have forgot on the rule that you don't push updates on the Friday, so he won't have to work through the weekend.
Still on a Saturday, Christ. At least wait till everyone's got home.
There's no way this could be an individual. Like it's an update. There's not one person working on an entire update. Unless it's like the Boeing situation where the guys that built the planes are also QA, so obviously they're gonna sign off on their own work.
It's just gonna be one person they pass the buck to and go, right, sign off on that date.
I sure hope not. I sure hope they like as a whole take responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to just be like, it was that guy, but like, weren't you his manager? Weren't you supposed to see what he was pushing? And then also, wasn't your manager supposed to see that?
Dude didn't
Like keep going.
No. It was him. It's his responsibility.
It's a
His
crazy
job was-
responsibility.
that's your responsibility, isn't it, I suppose. Big fool. He's the fool guy.
Like I just can't see them pushing an update live in real time without testing it first. So maybe their test environment, I don't
They're
even
not.
know.
They're Windows users, mate. That's the problem. They didn't run it in a container first.
That's so crazy. I wonder if their QA process will get audited and published.
Yeah, they're gonna audit themselves and be like, there was no wrongdoing.
Yeah, they're like, we literally, it's either gonna, like a freak accident. I really don't know what the best case scenario for them would be.
Bro, all the other EDRs right now are just skyrocketing.
Oh yeah, Sentinel-1's going to the moon.
It's insane. I would want to work at one of those. Damn, your stock package is just going.
Oh yeah, there's probably a party today.
Also, when I talk about like EDRs, it's specific to a few companies. It's not just all of them. There's actually really, really cool ones out there. But the ones in bed with Microsoft are pretty interesting, to say the least. They get exploited a lot, it seems like. Like CrowdStrike actually uses like the Falcon sensor. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. They use it in one of their beacons to like you can actually call it from there. I'm like, how the fuck does that work? But they found a way.
Their stock's down 78%.
78?
Mm-mm.
No,
For real? No way.
not 78.
How do you check this?
Sorry, it's not me.
11
78
after hours.
USD.
It came back up though. I mean, dude, pre-market it dropped 20%. I wonder if that's like a record.
Yeah, it's 18%.
Pre-market. That's so ridiculous. Holy smokes.
Yeah, 18%.
Oh,
60%.
insurers
Yeah,
face
okay.
business interruption claims after global tech outage.
Big
JP Morgan,
houses.
Bank of America. Is Bank of America down?
Far off 60%.
It's time for the world to just start running Linux or go back to pen and paper.
They did in the UK today. They went back to pen and paper. Some places.
Well,
guess
I
they
I
had to.
actually think they can. I actually think Windows can be fixed because there's a specific reason why there's so many blue screens of death, and it's because of the way that Windows does updates. So I think if they were to figure out how to like maneuver that, even if there was something like this in the future, Windows as a whole wouldn't take the fall.
Chris Titus got a great tool for that. It's called turn off Windows updates. Don't let
Actually, I'm gonna find that video because maybe this might explain.
not change Pinterest color. It's horrible.
Yeah, same. BitLocker encrypted host may require a recovery key. If you don't store that physically, It's gone.
Uno, Buono, Ubuntu.
Start using Kali Linux infrastructure.
Oh yeah. Sudo apt install mmap.
Falcon
Why
content update. I forgot what that capability was called that integrates with BitLocker and FDE. It's like jump something.
Jump scare.
Jump Cloud. Jump Cloud Falcon Agent. Jump Cloud Device Management. That's what handles encryption and actually just what bent over corporate America.
What are we building?
CrowdStrike is now offering DDoS as a service.
Oof. I bet that one hurt when they read that.
It's crazy. Their statement earlier, George Kurtz, that's who he was talking about, has the history with George Kurtz McAfee. Boot.ini. I want to see if I can find.
Jack, did you see that video? The one I just put in the chat? That's him apologizing.
Today? John
I
McAfee,
don't
how
know.
to install McAfee.
Wrong chat. He posted it in the main chat.
Oh, yeah. Let me,
Oop, my bad. Yep, my bad.
And I want to start with saying we're deeply sorry for the impact that we've caused to customers, to travelers, to anyone affected by this, including our companies. So we know what the issue is. We're resolving and have resolved the issue now. It's recovering systems that are out there. And essentially, as you've talked about in the statement I put out, is the system was sent an update, and that update had a software bug in it and caused an issue with the Microsoft operating system.
that's so tough. Like, he's not involved, I'm assuming,
that
with
update had a what in it?
the
That update had a
coding.
what?
So he probably just woke up to the worst phone calls. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah. Software bugging it to what kind? Bless you.
Someone said if it can break a kernel driver and lead to the blue screen, then the code in the kernel driver is shit. And it means the product shit and a liability.
Yeah, that's actually really funny.
That's scary. And it's still out there.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
Like
we'll
for
patch to
example,
this
if
point.
if like a Windows driver were to be developed, you know, like whatever it may be, I'm sure it goes through at least one test. At least one
Yeah,
test.
exactly.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I'm not saying everyone is like the best at testing, but shit, dude, if you're making anything on the kernel driver level, you gotta test it. You gotta run it at least once, dude. Just once. I think that would help.
Yeah. Also, I was just saying, like the worst case scenario would happen. Is I read some stories or comments from nurses, like they couldn't operate the hospital because the systems were completely down.
yeah.
Like there's a chance, like people died because of this.
Oh, yeah, it's very sad and very unfortunate. The place that I actually live near, the entire hospital is just on like pen and paper right now.
Yeah.
This is the thing where it comes down to infrastructure and where these places need to stop relying on these, you know, poorly PR politicians in government places where they just pen pushers in the first place will rely on these people saying it's secure and have these textbook people doing these jobs which clearly can't do the right job in the first place.
Well, yes, but to be fair, I'm pretty sure there's like a secure code audit, like CISO, and if you sell a software and you're going to have it in a government facility or healthcare facility, it has to get audited, which makes me wonder, are they like CISO
Yeah,
verified?
is it even a secure network in the first place?
Or like what does it even mean to be audited now? Because
Can anyone be audited?
yeah. Well, because like Solar Winds was CISO audited. And let me like correct myself if I'm wrong. Let me look it up.
Well,
I
you
think
had
CrowdStrike will launch
SolarWinds.
the internal investigation themselves. They'll initiate it. But now's the discussion of everybody at CrowdStrike saying, all right, if you fucked up, this is the time to talk. You need to own up to it before we have people running through our entire business.
We don't support new.
You know what's crazy? The first thing that shows up when I look up secure software auditing is Veracode, and the second is SolarWinds. IT security audit tools, network security auditing software. That's ironic. I, that's funny.
So apparently, on this post, it was saying George Kurtz, while at CrowdStrike and an executive at McAfee, he was involved with McAfee's AV and working on the installers and updaters. So he may actually have his hands in this mess himself.
Yeah, all he said was pay up, and then they paid him, and then he just fucking fixed it. Do you know what we should do is just do a pro VM. Just deploy a VM.
CrowdStrike is just mainly endpoint protection, correct? They don't offer anything else.
Yeah, it's
No.
So do they? I'm going through their actual website and I'm trying to find any like everything's just saying endpoint shit.
I think they have a suite of products, but their focus is endpoint protection.
No.
Oh, it's actually pretty cheap. I didn't realize that you could.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that is enterprise. Never mind, that's not cheap.
Jesus, they're everywhere. AWS, cloud, Mac, Linux, Windows.
Falcon Elite.
Well, they tried to be everywhere, but they didn't work everywhere.
I want to see if there's CrowdStrike uptime
Does it work on
guarantee.
Raspberry Pi?
CrowdStrike will use commercially reasonable efforts to make the service to customers 99.9% of all scheduled availability.
Well, you can't deny them that, because this is only 1% time it's ever been fucked. Right? Uptime of the year.
Yeah. 99.9 means they're guaranteeing you only a little over 8.5 hours per year of downtime. So they've already breached their SLA.
Well, yeah, but
Code
Yeah, SLA and
of
uptime calculator. Jeez.
CrowdStrike suppliers. Let's take a look.
Can we see when this was last updated?
not today.
The terms and conditions. I was just curious if they were trying to choose anything.
Yeah.
They probably did change them today.
Yeah, there's a lot of pillow talk in this.
I can't even run a VM. Do not fucking try Bazite.
CrowdStrike.
Oh, yeah.
SLA.
There is bollocks for running VMs. As we say here in the UK.
USB device control. What?
Apparently I'm running.
Firewall management. Hmm.
Oh, this is interesting. All right, so CrowdStrike published their SLA, and it said CrowdStrike will use commercially reasonable efforts to make the Humio service to customers for 99.9% of all scheduled availability. If CrowdStrike fails to meet the uptime commitment during the service term, customers may claim service credits according to the table below, provided customer notifies CrowdStrike in writing of a failure, yada yada yada. Their percentage per month if it reaches below 98.5%. Well, oh, you know what though? The service technically is back up. That's so shitty. Oh my gosh. So CrowdStrike is technically off the hook because like they're up, they're running.
Hold up. This looks like some leaked documents, by the way.
Unlimited Humio.
Those looks like some internal documents that shouldn't be able to be browsed publicly.
It's on Humio.com, which is CrowdStrike. I think it's the
Oh, okay.
conglomerate.
Well, then
dude,
my
that
mistake.
sucks.
Fucking dog.
Wow. So now CrowdStrike. I mean, there's probably more contract, but I mean, technically, CrowdStrike had the fix within a few hours. Wow.
But does it apply if it took you like, 8 days or so to get every computer updated? Like if you had like thousands and thousands of machines you had to do manually?
But CrowdStrike's
Yeah,
service is still running.
Facts.
That's where I feel like CrowdStrike's gonna try and jip them. Is they're gonna be like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's your company's fault for not having a proactive recovery plan.
You know what this is called? That's what you call a hit and run.
This is so shitty. Yeah.
What do you call it? Fucking hit
Oh
and
my
run,
gosh.
dude. Sorry I hit you off the road. I'm gonna keep going. Hope you get back on the road. Bye. See
Yeah,
ya.
I
literally.
can't afford insurance, but here's a Kit Kat. Bye.
You're right. Snickers. I could see a Snickers meme out of this.
Are you a SOC analyst? Are you an IT sysadmin? Sometimes you need a break. Have a Snickers.
I mean, everyone pretty much
Did
had a
you
day
recently
off
get
that
a-
was working remote, and they have CrowdStrike. Free PTO.
I imagine there'll be some free yearly subs or some annual subs going out.
Yeah, that would make sense. Some type of remediation. Otherwise, I mean,
Or
there's
extra support, a stack support or something on top of their plan for X amount of time.
yeah, it'll be interesting because Sentinel-1 still isn't on par with CrowdStrike. Like, CrowdStrike definitely is the best EDR solution, or EDP. I guess both. So it'll be interesting when these companies renew their contracts of what their negotiation terms are. Because if Sentinel-1 was up to par with CrowdStrike, there would be no debate. They'd say, we're cutting the contract, see you later.
They got a shitty website. Jesus, I'm disappointed.
They just need to vow. I mean, I don't know if if that would help, but they just really need to vow that they won't push anything that will cause something like this.
Oh, here he goes. Okay,
I don't know if it'll work though. It's like if I had CrowdStrike on all of my machines, I don't know if I would switch because that would, even though all of this, it might be more money to like, as a company to just like, upend your tech stack and then just switch.
They will probably have to breach some contract or something. So there would be like what's the word for it? Punishment,
back.
not punishment. Whatever. Like they would have to pay the money to CrowdStrike to get rid of it.
It's Paris Curry.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't change. I would just stay with it at the moment. I mean, even though that sucks.
These guys got the fuck you cash. They even got their own Formula One fucking team. What?
What?
Hold
No,
on. Right.
for
No,
real?
I'll post it in the chat, this voice chat.
You better,
Yo,
because that is
look at
insane.
this. Go check that fucking out. Wow. These guys got the fuck you cash. Full send. CrowdStrike Racing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
That's
damn.
sexy. Yeah.
I feel like
Nice.
I'm watching another Red Bull company.
Right.
Look at that
But the Red
Mercedes.
Bull at least provides something that won't like fuck your computer up.
That's on tomorrow, isn't it? F1.
Also, yeah, I saw I don't know if you saw the Twitter post, but there is like a bunch of domains popping up. For example, like CrowdStrike blue screen fakes and stuff like that. So yeah, whoever is on SOC night shift or weekend shift is going to have tough time because there's going to be so much big phishing campaign going on with this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was hearing about that. How people are a lot of the domains are being recycled. Like you talking about phishing attacks, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's not phishing campaign, but like the scammers and phishing
Yeah.
people are buying domains named like
Oh, I know what you're saying.
CrowdStrike.
Yeah, CrowdStrike support. You know,
Yeah,
if you,
for example.
yeah, I got you. Like the IRS and Microsoft.
Yeah.
I love those guys. They're so entertaining when you got like a trap virtual machine and you let them access and let them click away. Go ahead, click that. Go ahead, click it. Click it. It's really a batch file, but go ahead, click it.
you know what I
There's
think is
nothing like
Yeah.
crazy?
Windows.
I was gonna say, how are those things allowed? Because like I see them mainly on Google or search engines, and they're usually like sponsored. How does Google just allow that to be like above a legitimate page?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Easy.
I think they would have to
I mean, it's
manually
pretty
check
hard to
every
vet.
ad.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to vet. But don't they have like ML or machine learning that they could use to like, I don't know. Maybe that's
What's what's this link? This link looks sketchy as fuck. What is that?
What do you mean?
This just looks weird.
What link?
The one I sent to, like I tagged you.
Yeah.
It's not even a link. You just it's redirect to the link I sent. It's just a normal Twitter link. But I
Oh,
mean,
weird that, no, yeah, that's weird that it put it like that. Oh,
sorry.
you pasted it. I see. You pasted it. Yeah. No, you're good. I'm just never mind. I'm a fucking
Oh,
idiot. I usually do it like this. I usually just do the boom and then
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh shit! I didn't even know it's possible to
Yeah.
do it
So
like
when
this.
you click on a link, all right. So if you pick any link and you right click it, you have copy message link and copy link.
Oh,
You want to hit
okay.
copy
Yeah.
message link, and it's chained to it, and it'll
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
you right.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
that taught me something there.
So that's what I mean. Like they will do the. They are just buying domains like this, and we were warned by the SOC leader to be careful on this on the weekend because
CrowdStrike dude.
people will probably click on it just to resolve the issue they themselves, but all they are going to do is download some malware or something.
So basically, these are the ones that he's bought already, so you can't
Yeah,
get them.
yeah. So it's going to be fucked up weekend for a SOC analyst.
Oh, what day to
good
have
thing you're
fun.
not working, right?
Yeah, God bless.
Yeah, I could. That's yeah. It sounds like you benefited from that dumpster fire. You got out of there just in time before it fucking got real hot.
Yeah, I just saw my colleagues. To be honest, I still don't have the full access, so I was just like helping them, like not that much, but I couldn't help like the full force. Like,
Is your boss is cool? I mean, I can understand your team is probably nonstop attacking this issue. Like, is your boss? You got a cool enough boss to where like he'll order food for everybody and have it brought to their desk, like so they can eat and shit and still work, or no?
I wouldn't say it like this, but it's kind of like environment. Like they count on the people because they have to work 24/7, so they don't give. They are not tough on us. So we have like massage chairs in the offices and stuff like that.
That's it.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Well, who would say like a happy employee makes more, not money, but you know, it's more
Happy employee
focused on the
makes
work.
happy decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened with overworked employees in CrowdStrike. Maybe they needed some massage chairs.
That's what they needed. You know what? They had the chairs. They didn't have the ottoman. That's what it was.
Yep.
Some guy who pushed the update's gonna say, "Look, I was really anxious. I had a lot of anxiety. I had a long day today. I can't handle this right now. I can't do this."
Bro, I wouldn't
Someone
be
ate
surprised
a
if he quit. if whoever did it or whatever, they're just like, you know what? I am sick today. I cannot show up.
That's exactly what happened. Management ate the guy's lunch out of the fridge. That's what happened.
If the guy doesn't take a forever nap.
Or he tried to show up to work and his fob wouldn't work. It's like, what? Why can't I get in?
Attempt to read from
No, but I really think though, like, cause just looking on Reddit and stuff, it really does look like the employees were like cut in half and then they were overworked. And judging on that comment that you said about the CEO or that one guy that had an issue in the past, it really sounds like he just moves too fast. Like he just moves too fast and he pushes people to move too fast. And that's exactly what happens in that scenario.
It's like the
Telling
whole
ya.
team moved fast.
Shouldn't have been chatting shit. Just needed to clear the airwaves, that's all. Air traffic control come down to a fucking standstill.
Are all planes still grounded?
I don't know.
That was another thing. Last night I was up pretty late practicing Bash and writing a Bash script, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. They were taking a flight. It was around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and they had already been fucking grounded for like 3 hours. And finally, they got on their plane. And right after they got off their plane, I was like, I guarantee you got the last flight.
Wow.
You ended up getting the last flight out of there. Yeah,
Oh my god.
that sucked. So I'm like, man, I want to say they were flying out of LAX.
This is so crazy.
Yeah, it was like perfect timing.
It's just hit India.
It was interesting they came out with a new update and didn't just roll back.
That's what. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like coincidence that you can just update this shit and it be fine. Don't put CrowdStrike in fucking Twitter. Do that for now.
And if you figure out a CrowdStrike hack, you have root access on now known millions of computers. Like a 0 day to get CrowdStrike
Oh, yeah.
access would be insane.
This also just proves to, like, I mean, not even just CrowdStrike, but really any, like,
Yep.
maybe, I don't know, like, could this happen in another scenario?
Yes.
With another software?
Like, completely unrelated to EDR, just, like, let's say there was a graphics driver by NVIDIA that was corrupted, and everyone who had that graphics driver on Windows
Yeah.
now got a
Zero
blue screen of death.
Dude, that happens all the time, Bubba. They had that happen recently with what game was that? Minecraft Java. Minecraft Java. There was a massive exploit in that in the jar file.
That other game was free on Steam. Gun game. Really popular.
PlayStation had that. Remember on PlayStation, all those accounts.
Can't even tell you what it's called because it's been removed. Massive hack.
Completely unrelated, but like, if you guys heard of the,
Apex Legends. Sorry.
oh, no worries. If you guys heard of that, South Korean internet company that hacked their users for using a web torrent.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
shared
they.
it. Yeah.
I remember parts of a discussion in another server about that. I guess now they are no longer allowed to. The only way they can get out or do anything is literally through a VPN. Like you can't do anything local, and um, it's illegal. You go to jail for fucking using one.
It's just so stupid.
But when the company's sharing all their data, wasn't it the internet company themselves?
I don't know.
The
I thought
internet company hacked them, yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting justice right now, but that's
It's an
just
aggressive
crazy.
ISP.
Yeah, that's very.
I could never trust me fucking even a VPN service if you can't even trust your ISP. You know what I mean? Oh, you never trust your ISP. But like Proton, they'll even give over your access if they're asked. So where are you safe?
Oh, this is interesting. People are now saying, as a new attack vector, organizations need to be wary of bad actors reaching out, claiming that they can help recover from this incident.
So Zibby was talking about the whole phishing scammers. Oh yes, hey, hello, Biden. You know, whatever name is.
Yeah.
I'm calling to help you with tech support. You know, or whatever. It's.
But I
Oh
mean, you
yeah.
gotta know who you can trust and who you can't trust.
I guarantee you, there's some office building somewhere in the U.S. on the fifth floor getting filled up with PCs in the call center right now to do it.
Yeah. Not necessarily in the US. Maybe in Mexico.
Or they go anywhere, man. As long
Yeah,
money is
Mexico,
money. People
Mexico
don't give a
right
shit.
for me.
People don't give a shit. Dude, it's all fuck you
India,
payment.
Pakistan,
It's
fucking.
$20. It's $20.
Right?
Five,
Fuck you
five,
payment.
right?
All right, cool. Your deposit's gonna be bigger though. Yeah. Sure. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Extra 10 grand on your deposit. Go ahead, do whatever you want.
100 million hours later, here's $10. No, what? What are you gonna say?
Fuck, I'm being summoned. What is this? Server's down again. God damn it.
This is so crazy.
You know what they need to do? Try harder.
Yeah, everybody does.
They need to join the Discord.
CrowdStrike just loves to throw, apparently.
You guys want to make an EDR now?
Now's the time to do it.
Yeah, we can undercut them.
Dude, we just need to sliver the market.
Jack, did you see what I sent you earlier
No, I
over
haven't.
DM? No worries if not. I just thought it was pretty funny.
I delete this because it might be a really good idea. Yeah, short companies that are likely to have breaches. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, to be fair, I thought CrowdStrike was gonna take a way bigger hit than 11%. Like, that's not that crazy of a swing for a tech stock. Like, with how many outages and issue, like,
I feel like a lot of people think it's just Windows, though. They don't really understand what CrowdStrike means. They just see Windows.
Yep. For the non-technical people, I see a lot of memes and stuff like that, like Windows again fucked up, and yep, they
Yeah,
don't
those-
understand it was because of the CrowdStrike. And I'm not sure exactly, but does Windows have like any? Did Windows do anything wrong in this point, or it was just CrowdStrike?
no, it was just
No, I don't think it
CrowdStrike.
was Windows.
Okay,
No.
so just Windows is just catching strays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Windows just a platform.
Yeah, that was one of the articles I read. It was like Windows computers are down, but it's actually not Microsoft's fault this time.
I think that's what some ordinary gamers said, too. It's like somehow it's not Microsoft's fault.
Well, it's Bill Gates' fault. Just because.
Doesn't I know it doesn't affect Mac or Linux, but doesn't CrowdStrike have
Neo, you know
an
she's
EDR
tapping in
for
with that.
both of those as well?
Everything.
Nancy Pelosi catching strays.
It's on the
Or just a
website,
bunch of
so
people
might be Linux.
shorted it right before. Pretty insane.
Cloud.
Yeah, Droid, I have that stock trading bot, but it wouldn't be able to, I mean, to predict breaches seems like the issue.
Yeah, everywhere.
Be interesting to see trading
Public in-
volumes prior to this, if there was people shorting it. I mean, if it was an accident, there's no way it'll vary from normal. That's so crazy.
That'll affect the Formula One tomorrow, so that'll affect the stocks tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, CrowdStrike's still running the EDR game, so I don't see them really getting like 11% today. I think CrowdStrike was more than content with only 11.
The thing is, it's enough to stop the other things in the stock market.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, because they can't conduct business. Yeah, that's smart. Any public breach exploits, his dashboard provides info about and all indirect companies affected by it.
There's already one in there. Alright.
Sentinel, I think, ended up 8% today. Yeah, just under 8.
If you go to this, you know, the strike fail site that I put in the which chat is this? The media. If you look, some of them were fixed, but a lot of them are still unfixed. Like Mercedes F1 team, it says it was fixed.
That's what I'm saying.
But then if you look at like the SLC airport, fixed, no.
The
Fixed
F1
Israel, no.
Here's how much damage was caused. What a wild website. Dubai airport.
Yeah, how fast was this
No.
made?
None
They
of
got
them
a
are
heat map
fixed.
for any of that? Did it actually show like a heat map for any of that stuff, like outages? That'd be something.
I cannot believe so many airports are just absolutely annihilated right now. Microsoft Office Government Edition, still not fixed. All Spain airports, not just one. I like how they put that in there. All.
Dude, there's even more. CrowdStrike has 29,000 customers. Think about how many computers each of those customers have if they're these huge Fortune 500 companies.
Oh yeah. When I first shared this website, there was only the LAX airport, so I do know that they're updating this. I just saw it and I was like, oh shit, this looks interesting.
This is so wild.
But if you refresh it, maybe they just keep adding stuff. I don't know. I didn't see any of this stuff earlier. Like this.
Starbucks Mobile.
Ah, the trains. Fuck.
Belgium.
I mean, dude, think about the residual of that. People now can't get to work. Like, there's so many third-party impacts as well.
Yeah, we had Royal Mail was out. I didn't care because I'm not there anymore, so fuck them.
911.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude! 911 was fucked up in certain states.
Yeah, that's what he
That's
was saying.
terrible.
Some people definitely died out of this.
Yeah, I heard an ER, like ERs were like a lot of ER hospitals were hit. But I didn't think how the fuck does 911 get affected?
That
I
goes
thought
through
that was a
county.
SMS. Or I mean
That
like
I would imagine that goes through county
That'll go down the
budgets, contracts, whatever they can afford.
dude, I'm so glad I didn't go on vacation.
right.
I would have been stuck wherever I am for a while. Could you imagine if this happened during DEF CON?
Bruh.
Bro, that would be so freaking crazy.
Epic.
Everyone, the like the activity or the atmosphere in that room would just be like insane.
Epic. They'd be on
This
it.
could have been so much worse. The more I think about it, think
Yeah.
of things that rely on computers to interact with
Right.
on
So just
on like an efficiency scale, right? Like think of about like a
Yeah.
power plants. What if something was
Fire
happening in
cell.
a power plant and they can't fucking do anything about it because their computers are down?
Fire
You know,
cell.
like,
Power plants are usually closed loop
I had
network.
thought what everyone think never. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's never gonna happen. Like fire surge, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happens. Like everything relies on the internet, and then you take out all the subsystems, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, it's pretty scary because like what ZB said,
Great question.
like it's supposed to be like a closed loop system, but like like in rural communities, like places that don't have enough money, they just expose their shit like a Windows server directly to the public internet, and they just hire someone remotely to manage it. It's pretty crazy,
They've
but
just
that's
proved-
very dangerous. Also, like the mining companies or like manufacturing processes, for some reason they still use like Windows for like CNC machines, and like there's a lot of like factory jobs that are out right now because the software it runs on a Windows architecture. So it's just interesting to see how like even those types of things are getting like even though the servers run on Linux, like the actual apps that the
pushed through, yeah.
employees use are running on Windows.
Yeah.
It's definitely one way to expose your clients. Now you know who has it.
100%.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
I think-
literally,
Over
the-
half of the S&P 500 or the Fortune 500 companies use CrowdStrike.
You know, that's another valid point. How much of the stock market's running off of Windows 10?
It's
I think they
crazy.
use like like programmable logic controllers. I think they're called FFPGAs. But yeah, like that would be insane, especially like or like a bank. If
Yeah,
a
well, that-
bank, oh
most
my
banks
God,
have gone
bro.
down.
Wait,
Yeah,
are
but-
there any banks that
Most
went
banks
down?
down here went down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Falcon. There's a CrowdStrike convention, September. You guys trying to go?
Yeah, bruh. Wait, when? September? Well, we gotta get shirts that say something.
Yeah, we gotta get
Great.
Chris shirts.
Dude, I
Yeah,
wonder how
Curious,
that'll
leave me
actually
alone.
be.
Leave me alone.
And just have a bunch of shirts with a blue screen on it.
Leave me alone on it.
That would be so funny.
We could be
And
called
then
the
you could have
BSOG
your
boys.
Apple. You can have your Apple logo on it and below it say "Try harder."
Leave me alone on the back.
Dude, Falcon. I wonder how that's gonna be. They'll definitely address this there.
That's class, I like that.
I would totally buy a giant elephant costume and just stand in that room wearing it.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room here.
Gotta go for the puns.
Dude, I wonder if it'll be. That'll be interesting interaction. Just customers yelling at them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, literally. Like, at least from the SLA, CrowdStrike didn't really void the contract. Like, they just
No.
caused damage to other people's computers, but CrowdStrike was back up with a live running version in a few hours. The hit and run thing is like so insane, but it's actually what it is.
Yeah, it's hit and run.
That's
Wait,
so
but does it say
crazy.
anything about damage to computers though? Or like, because that's just for the software uptime, right? Not the
Yeah, what about
computer
corruption?
uptime.
What about corruption?
Well, computer uptime would be hard to judge because then CrowdStrike could be like, well, what if you had some other virus on there that caused it to not reboot? You
What
know?
about data loss?
Yeah, I do. They're gonna try and sneak their way out of this.
Yeah,
Nah, they
they're
won't.
responsible
They're gonna try
for
and sneak it.
CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike put out a bad batch, and then a few
They'll-
hours
they'll
later,
take-
they put out a good batch, and they re-maintained their uptime.
Yeah, they'll still take responsibility for it. They will take responsibility for it. I reckon. Personally.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because at this point, it looks like customer, whatever you want to call it, retribution or an I'm sorry package is completely up to CrowdStrike's discretion.
Yeah.
Well, dude, there's no way some government somewhere in this world is gonna take that answer. They're gonna be like, nope, you're either gonna pay up and get the fuck out of our country.
Literally, like, give us your servers or fuck off. Because you've got all our data.
I would imagine there's gonna be some sort of mitigation or like strategy to help people affected.
I'm assuming they just share all their data across a whole platform. That's all they are, right? Cloudflare.
Cloudflare is a like a CDN and gateway company, like a networking company.
They're just lucky too that they were able to even fix this. I mean, they're making kernel level changes.
I wonder how long it takes actually. Do you think it's like 5 or 15 minutes to like fix it?
2 minutes,
Like-
it's on the dot. They're on the fly, surely. They're literally like right there, aren't they? Surely it's just like sudo apt update.
No, I mean like to like install the update. Because you have to like download it on a separate machine.
Yeah, but they
And that's
probably
gotta
pulled
take
this off
time.
just like they did in Mr. Robot in the first season, where the server they were getting attacked, and they, what I'm saying, they probably had a secondary on standby server to launch that already had the previous rollback. I'm sure the problem's still fucked up. I bet you shit the servers are running on a different server. It's got to. That's crazy. Like, how do you, like, I don't know. I could be wrong. That just seems logical to me, to have like,
For me, it's on a pre-server.
yeah, server A and server B. Server A has problems. Transfer everything to server B, run it, and then shut down server A until we can fix it. Get shit back up and running again.
100%.
I'm sorry, dude. I fucking ADD much. I do. You know, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I need to be sorry.
I sometimes my mouth just doesn't shut the fuck up. It's kind of bad.
I AD so much, I smoke too much weed. Gone.
Nah, bro. Same here. But yeah, like that's exactly what you should do. Is just like have like a backup server,
I mean, I got back.
AB.
Linux, not Windows.
Yep. Linux, yeah.
Valid.
I might be going back to Windows. Lol.
No,
To run.
you're about to take
No,
the blue
but-
pill.
I'm about to go
Yeah.
to Ubuntu.
I mean, most people should go to Linux. It's more of a mental grind than Windows. Windows is like
I'm on
pop up
Bazite.
books. You
Go to
know, and
Bazite.
fucking-
You want a mental grind? Go to Bazite. Cruise. That's mental grind. If you've got a Steam Deck, which I don't.
So part of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red.
But it runs Parrot. Parrot, and if
What
it
the
runs
fuck?
Parrot,
You step on a toy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. What ZB just sent in the memes chat, I just fucking died. Because that's so funny.
click on Jack's bloody video.
There, no, what? Sorry, CrowdStrike, no! That was so like my mom though. Oh my god, that's just fucking hilarious. Sorry, force of habit. CrowdStrike, no!
Tell you what was funny is me pushing Jack's video. And trying to press the memes.
That's
62
funny.
minutes could bring your business down. Happy International
I like-
Blue Screen Day. Dude, this is insane.
I love that, dude, that robot just like looking at you. 62 minutes could bring your business down.
No, push production. Alright. Get up, community.
Dude, we gotta make a custom blue screen of death.
You can. What do you want on it?
Someone make me a bootloader. A bootloader? Bootloader. That's the bootloader.
That'd be so funny. A Kirasek blue screen of death. Microsoft blue screen of death. Jeez. Your PC ran into a problem and needs to restart. We're just collecting some error info. That's literally what it was
Please
doing on loop today.
Please have Snickers while you wait.
Fuck's sake.
Look, man, I'll fuck with some Snickers, man. You know, I'm just saying. Hey, I love fat kid food.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Oh, what's he good? What's this guy using?
Dude, I got COVID. And before COVID, I loved Laffy Taffies. Lost my taste and
Oh, yeah.
smell.
Yeah.
Came back. Hate Laffy Taffy now.
Interesting.
What?
Good
Yeah.
taste.
Switch to Airheads.
I still like Airheads, but it's like when I lost my taste and I got it back, my taste buds entirely changed.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah,
that.
that's
I,
happened to a few people I know. That sucks, dude.
I drink flavored water now. I never used to
Flavored
drink it.
water?
Yeah, I never used to drink it before COVID.
I can't do that. That's one thing I can't. I can't do that flavored carbonated water shit. I cannot do that. I don't know how people drink that shit. That's
I
like
hate
those
Water.
that
LaCroix?
carbonated. carbonated alcohol shit that people are all fucking gun-ho about. That shit is nasty as fuck.
Just normal
Hard
sugared
seltzer
water.
shit.
Pure
Look,
lemon, lime water.
Zibby,
Yeah,
what?
flavored.
You don't know what Laffy Taffy is?
No, I don't.
yo, they got jokes. Like legit, they got jokes of them.
Yeah. Laffy Taffy. He said what? He said what the fuck is Laffy Taffy and Airhead? Dude,
Someone get up the
what?
Laffy Taffy song.
No,
It's that
I-
Laffy
S
Taffy
tier.
song.
Dude,
Is
who's
it like
gatekeeping
bubble gum?
Laffy Taffy from you?
Or-
You know, I'm not gonna, not for nothing. There are people over that don't have some of the luxuries that we have, and vice versa. I got a buddy of mine over in the UK. They live in Berkshire or whatever, and I send them food all the time. I send them Reese's peanut butter. They send me all kinds of weird shit I've never even seen before. Bro, send them some laugh.
Dude, yeah, Zibby, you gotta send me your mail. I'll put you on.
Can't go.
Or is the
Oh,
down?
hi. Oh, where'd he go?
I just like lagged out. I couldn't
Yeah,
hear any of you
same.
guys for like.
Ah, my Discord was doing that as
Yeah.
well.
Uh
Discord running on CrowdStrike?
Yeah, it must be.
Hello.
I got a
oh.
little
CB,
green
look
arrow.
at the memes channel. That's one of the old Airheads commercials. It's so fucking weird. I'm sure Jack probably knows this commercial.
And is it like a bubble gum or just like a candy you can eat?
Oh, dude, this was like a trend.
You getting this?
Come on, dude, eat the airheads!
Why didn't you blast off?
Here.
Maybe not.
Airheads flavor! Out of control!
Dude,
You getting this?
Come on,
Yeah,
dude,
you
eat the
can
air-
just eat it, ZB.
Yeah, Zibby, you gotta send me your mailing address. I'm about to send you a care package.
Yeah.
Wait, have you had Oreos, bro? ZB?
Yeah, we do have Oreos.
Ah, yeah. I was gonna say that. I'm sure.
You gotta
I think
tell
that's a
them what-
worldwide. I think that's
Don't-
Mr. Worldwide.
You gotta put in a request of what you don't have over there, so you
Oh.
can send that shit.
It's we do have like most of the things, but they are in like specific shops and they are pretty expensive there
Mm.
because they put like triple the price because they know no one else is offering it here.
Yeah, it's like
It's novelty.
Makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna call it for now. I gotta get off. Shower. I've
Word.
been sitting in this chair for probably like 12 hours now.
Sounds good, Omi.
smell you from here.
Dude, it's that loud. It's that top shelf body odor.
Right.
Is that top?
Alright, boys. Appreciate
Alright,
talking
salute,
to you
brother.
guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Zibby, message me with your mailing address. I'm about to make you fat.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, peace, guys.
Peace.
But
Peace out to everyone else as well. Thanks for sticking around. Deuces. Have a good weekend.